Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I wanted to film today my whip of the week. Now this will probably go up Friday evening. I want to say Friday evening. It is Friday morning when I'm filming this. I haven't had a chance all week, I'll be honest. If I've not been filming other things and diamond painting and sorting the kids out, I've been sleeping. That's what I've been doing, which, yeah, that's definitely fun. Got my cup of tea ready. If you're not, or if you've not seen a whip of the week before, I've just realised I've left my back door open. The dog's going to be running in and out. I just work on my whip of the week and chat about anything and everything. So I'll update you because I've had a couple of messages on Instagram regarding the hospital appointment that I had last week. So it's a week ago. Let me just choose my colours. I need to finish off this bit here. I did miss this out and I was working on polychromos last night for the sky, which I think I might go over with another layer. I did the sky, all the flowers in her eyes and lips in polychromos, but everything else has been Prismacolor so far. So it's me guessing what colours I used here, so this is going to be interesting. I'm just going to go with these three colours because I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure it'll somehow match. And then my blender, so let me just quickly get these sharpened. Should have done this beforehand. So yeah, I made my way to the infirmary last week on my own. Usually I get a lift to all these places, but I decided to go to my own because it's local to the new house that we're buying. Bring you down a little bit. That's a bit better. Yeah, so it's local to the new house that we're buying, so I thought, you know what, I need to get used, I don't drive, so I need to get used to the bus journey that I'll be doing. So yeah, I got the bus down there, got off in the centre and then walked to the infirmary, which another 10-15 minutes I would have walked to the new house practically. So anyway, I got there, and on the first appointment when I saw the consultant, I don't know if this is going to be the right blue, but we'll just go with it. The first thing I said was I didn't want any surgery, and I said the same thing when I walked in and saw this surgeon. It was the surgeon that did my previous surgery. I just said that I can't really have surgery because I've not got anybody to look after my daughter for like 10 days, 2 weeks, and she understood and that was fine. She wanted to put me on hormone treatments because it turns out it is endometriosis that I've got, and she agreed that taking the lump out that's formed now, there's probably no point because it'll grow back in another year to 2 years, so I'll be back in for surgery again. But anyway, so we got past that and we started talking about contraceptives because that might stop with the pain, help with the pain rather. And I explained that me and my husband do want another child. If you're not aware, Isabel was IVF. I'm going to have to probably shut that back door. Get my dog in a minute and shut the door. Isabel was IVF because coming up to about 8 years ago now, I did fall pregnant naturally. I'm just going to go and shut that door. So she's in. She's in and the door's shut. I'm just going to have to, I know it looks nice and bright on the camera, but I need a little bit of extra light. So yeah, I did fall asleep. See, I've got sleep on the brain. I did fall pregnant naturally about 18 years ago. 8 years ago. And it ended up turning out to be a twin ectopic pregnancy. So anyway, to cut the really long story short, I ended up having to have emergency surgery to remove the fallopian tube that the eggs got stuck in. So I was left with one tube on my right side, and this is where I'm having all of the issues now. That's where the lump has formed near the C-section scar, because Isabel was emergency. She came at 28 weeks. Me and pregnancy clearly don't mix. But in saying that, my first son that I had when I was very, very young, he was all natural. I had gas and air, that was it with him. And it was just a normal, easy pregnancy. So I just think it's just one of the things. I'm going to add a little bit. There's a sky blue, I think. Cloud blue. I'm going to try and use that over the sky a little bit. Just up here. So yeah, I've got that one tube left, and I was explaining to the surgeon that I saw on Friday. I know the camera's wiggling a bit, it's because of this sharpener. I'll do. That me and my husband do want to get pregnant again. Yes, before everyone says it will be super difficult with having a child with cerebral palsy, it will be difficult, but my husband feels like he's missing out on a lot. I don't know if you're aware, but our son Lewis isn't actually Danny's. We got together when Lewis was 6 months old, so he is his, but he's not his, if you know what I mean. So he feels like that he's and by the way, he doesn't mind me talking about this sort of thing on camera. He feels like he's missed out, which I don't blame him. Like, Isabel's not walking, talking, doing the normal kiddie things, jumping on daddy when he gets home from work. You know, you can't take her to theme parks. You can't do anything really. Any of the really, really enjoyable things that you'd love to do with a child, she just can't do, unfortunately. So he does feel like he's missed out, and I wouldn't want to, even though I said that it will be super hard raising another child under our circumstances, I think it'd get better once they were walking and talking. Anyway, so I explained this to the surgeon, and she said to me something that I was a little bit shocked about, to be honest. Do you like my fancy cup? Now, I won't be able to say the word, because if you've known me for any time, then my pronunciation of certain words that I don't know is absolutely terrible. But my right tube that I've got left has got something called hydro... I did write it down. Hydro something wrong with it. Which I pulled her face. What does that mean? And she said basically it means that it's swollen and damaged. That could have happened. It could have happened 2 years ago with the endometriosis started. It could have happened when I had Isabel. It could have happened any time, basically. So she's telling me all this, and I thought, here we go, what's she going to tell me? So she said, the chances of you actually falling pregnant naturally is slim to none. Very, very slim, actually. If you do fall pregnant, there is a high chance, and I'll look this up, the percentages are ridiculous. Because of the condition that I've got with that fallopian tube, it is TMI, it is leaking a liquid into my womb. So if the egg does manage to implant and it, you know, I get that positive pregnancy test, there is a high chance that the liquid that is coming from the tube goes into the womb and it kills the egg, causing a miscarriage. So I'm sort of thanking God that I didn't get pregnant naturally, because the last thing that I would want or need or be able to get through at the moment is having a miscarriage. But that takes getting pregnant naturally off the table. I mean, we even went out and bought ovulation sticks and all sorts. So anyway, that's out of the question now. But I did say to her, we are still paying each year to have our remaining eggs frozen from when we had the IVF with Isabel. She said, well, that's absolutely brilliant, because that skips loads of the steps for you. She said, but I don't feel comfortable with you going for the IVF until you've had your remaining tube removed, because the same thing could happen. You could have the IVF and then the liquid goes in and it kills the embryo. So I was like, right, so when can we beat the surgery? I was all up for surgery. When I found out all this, I was really eager, like sitting upright in my chair, twitching my feet. When we're going to do it, then can we get booted in? And she said, like, hold your horses a minute, you know, hold on a minute. I need to, which when I've done this video, I need to ring the original consultant. This was before we had Isabel, that agreed to do the IVF on us. And he needs to also agree that removing the tube is the best thing before having IVF. So she said to ring him up, which I rang him up last week. As soon as I got home, I rung up. And they said to ring up in a week's time just to chase it up, which it's a week time today, so I'll do that shortly. Probably after dinner, because people are on the dinners probably at this time. Yeah. So I need to ring him up and chase him and get an appointment with him, and hopefully he will agree to the other surgeon doing the operation for me. Now, then we was talking about age and stuff, and she said, I am aware and conscious of your age, and I said, yes, I know, I've already thought about this myself. I'm 34 now. I always said that I didn't want any more kids past 30. Obviously, circumstances change that you can't control. So my mindset has changed a little bit. So she said, as soon as we've got confirmation from the consultant that we can remove the tube, excuse me, I will fast track you basically, because of your age, to get this surgery done, which is obviously brilliant, especially in the current circumstances with what's going on. There's just a bit of a wait for everyone, isn't there? These trees over here, I'm going to try moss green because I want this to be the darker side. I'll not keep sharpening pencils because it might annoy you. So hopefully these will be good enough. Yeah, so she'll fast track that appointment for me, get me in, get me on the table, get it out, sort of thing. I still don't know when that's going to be, because obviously it's a waiting game, waiting to speak to the consultant. But it's just an FYI that once I've had that done, I'll probably be off YouTube for a week or two, because it is quite painful having surgery in your tummy. But she said, when I do that surgery, I will try my best to take out as much as the lump that I can. She thought she found it all last time. Obviously not, because it's just grown back. But it will come back eventually. But she said, while I'm in there, I might as well do that. And then once we've done the IVF, and fingers crossed it will work, because we can only afford to do it the once. Once all that's done, then I will be put on hormones then, to help with this stupid lump. And then endometriosis, it's not curable, but it's manageable. She ended up giving me tramadol for the pain. Now I did say to her, I'm taking cocodamol for the pain. It's like a week and a half out of the month it bothers me, to the point where I'm lying on the couch. Last month I was crying my eyes out on the couch and I couldn't lift Isabel. So I said, you need to give me something stronger, but not something that's going to completely knock me out, because I need to be able to still be aware and whatnot. Go for a dark colour now. And she gives me tramadol, and I thought, right, okay. And I was speaking to my friend as soon as I got out, and she said, I thought they were strong stuff. They're not widely used, tramadol, over here, but I know a couple of my American friends, if you can let me know in the comments, have used tramadol. But I have took it three times now, and I've been basically on my arse. I felt like I've took sleeping pills. It's got rid of the pain, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like dozy and dizzy and out of it, and I can't do my normal everyday functions on top of the issues that are going on with my stomach. So it's like a vicious cycle. It is like a vicious cycle that I'm getting up and sorting everybody else out in the morning and then going back to bed. I mean, it's 11 o'clock now. I've been in bed for an hour and a half. You might have heard in one of my other videos, I think it was the pop manga flip through that I did, I forgot to turn my alarm off, and I'd woken up before my alarm and came downstairs and wanted to film because I knew that new boot could come, and my alarm went off while I was filming. You could see me jump. But that stupid alarm clock at stupid times of the day when I should be either out with Rolo or doing shopping or cleaning the house or filming or talking to my friends or, you know, whatever, and I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping, and I'm getting really, 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 really pissed off with it, to be honest. I'm gonna contact my doctors because I'm wondering whether it's low blood sugar or something, because when I feel like that, tired sometimes, and I know that I can't, physically can't go to bed because I've got her downstairs or whatnot, like having a cup of tea, I know it's got caffeine in, but putting extra sugar in it, and if I bring like a chocolate bar, it sort of perks me up a bit, because I get the shakes really bad. When I get really tired, I get really shaky. So I don't know if that's something to do with it, I have no idea. But I'm getting really annoyed. It's just like a vicious cycle of being tired all day, then going to bed, waking up tired, to doing everything I need to do, then going back to bed. It's not a life. It's not a life. But I don't know if it's anything to do with this stupid endometriosis. I don't know. I don't know. Then that scares me even more, because if I do get pregnant, then literally all I'm going to want to do is sleep all day. Because I do remember I was really tired with Isabel. If anybody's wondering as well, I got this cup off at Amazon. I can't properly turn it. It's got like butterflies and stuff on the side. It's dead pretty. I did a little, I wrote a poll, because I couldn't understand how to do a poll and add pictures. But I added 4 pictures from that new pop manga, and I should have just put numbers in a hat, because it's going to confuse the life out of me now. So I need to do that today, as I do want to start a page in that today, hopefully. Film this video, I'll have dinner, I've been that doctor, with my other doctor, and film that video. But I've been loving diamond painting this past 2 weeks. I tell a lie, it's been about a week and a half. I tell a lie. Yeah, it's been about a week and a half. I've just been binge this, it's not Hannah, it's an Alice in Wonderland one. I can't remember the artist, and I can't see it from here. I need my pen. Let me see if I can see it actually. Simone Candy. I can't properly read that from here, but it's a proper cool diamond painting. But yes, I saw that Mystic Art mirrors, and I've dipped into my YouTube pennies. I keep all my YouTube pennies in my planner, but I dipped into that. I've had to put it back in my bank, and I ordered it. It was 25% off all the new stuff, and I thought, well, it's free shipping then, because it costs £15 to ship to the UK. I've not had this dispatch email, to be honest, as well, but I'm so excited about getting that one. I'm not doing that one, I don't think. I say that on camera, but we'll see. I want to do that one once we've moved, because we're planning, plan is, if I've got room in the new room, I want a table, my table, this one, but I'll get a cheap, like a second-hand, bigger table just for diamond painting, and then I can have it laid out constantly. That's what I've been doing all week with this one. My husband's not bothered. I've just had it laid out on the table, and when I've not used it, I've just tidied it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more, well, not messy. But that's my idea, because I've really been enjoying it. It's really mindless. I'm not having to think about the colours. I've even added my own, are they called Aurora Borealis? I've even added my own on there as well. I purchased off Etsy years ago, months and months ago it was, that I purchased these, and I finally found something to use them for. I want to make this a little bit darker. I'm loving these pages. These are the Hannah Lynn grayscale version, and I printed it out on tan tone paper. Now usually I would print out the whole of the book, but I was being mindful actually this time of how much ink I was using and how much paper, so I've just printed 4 pictures out, so that should keep me going for a while. Because I tend to go through stages with Hannah Lynn of absolutely loving her work and then not going to it for months and months and months. Don't know about you. Sap Green Light. And then I've just been binge watching when I've been awake the Amber and Johnny case. She took the stand either yesterday or the day before for the first time, and I've just been hooked on it. Hooked. And there's so many things that all these clever people on TikTok and YouTube pick up on, and I don't. She's been caught out on a couple of lies. And you're looking at I don't know what they call them, like body analyzers, saying because she's doing this, you can tell that she's lying because she's doing that. You can tell that she's telling the truth. You know, it's so interesting how the human brain works. But I believe that they have to take a week's break, I think, or 10 days break before Johnny's lawyers get to speak to her, which that's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that bit. So you don't watch Coronation Street or EastEnders or any of these soaps or anything like that. So this has become the biggest drama that I've probably not been involved in, because I do feel like I'm involved. I do feel like I'm involved. And I know a lot of people that I've spoke to as well, they feel very invested in this. Claire. Yeah, so I can't wait. I can't wait for when they start questioning her. It'll be very, very interesting. I'm not doing this really harshly like I did on here because my wrist is hurting. I was doing it the other night and I was doing it that hard. It really bothered my wrist. So gently does it. We went out for a meal on Wednesday as well. It was my son's 16th birthday. If I can do, I'll add a picture over here. Yeah, so it was me, Dana, Lewis, my dad and my mother-in-law. We didn't take Isabel because I didn't want it to be about her. It was meant to be about Lewis. And if she came, then I would have obviously been trying to keep it quiet and entertained. So my mother-in-law sat in the house with her while she was in bed. Yeah, but it was a nice meal. Nice meal. We're going to organise in a month or so to go to the Italian. It's really nice, the Italian that we go to. The guys that work there as well are really nice, and the owner. My husband knows the owner. So we always end up getting like a cheap bottle of wine for free or something. I say cheap, it's probably not in that place. So that'll probably do. I want to add some dark reds, low as the berries. So I'll start off with a lighter red and then go over with a darker shade. What colour is this? Poppy red. Yeah, so everyone's home early today with being Friday. My son should be home about 2:45. Isabel will be home about 4:45. And then my husband will be home about 4:45. But we're not really doing much tonight. We're not doing much tomorrow either, apart from going for a walk, because Rolo's getting groomed in the morning. She's going to hate me. She hates being groomed. But I'm having her completely shaved down. I'm going to keep a cute little mane and some of her tail, I think. Some of her bushy tail. But the rest of it is coming off. We had a bit of warm weather at the start of the week. And it weren't even warm. It weren't hot. It was just nice. And she was constantly panting, so I thought, right, that's it. It's all coming off. But her skin underneath, it's got like a blue tinge to it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So I can't wait to see what she's going to look like tomorrow. But on Sunday, we was debating whether the zoo, and I said to Danny, we're trying to be saving money. The zoo are going to Blackpool. Lytham is, it's not really that close to Blackpool, but it is and it isn't. At Blackpool you've got all of like the touristy bits, where that's not what we want. We want just a nice walk, possibly take her onto the beach if it's not a sandy beach, because that wheelchair is horrendous. Horrendous to get on sand. We've got a local park near us and I can't take her onto the park even if she wanted to. She doesn't like it. But it's all sand. And it's absolutely murder trying to get the wheelchair across it. So I'm hoping that we can find like a pebbled bit of the beach that's not too bad. Take a picnic down there. It'll be busier with being on a Sunday, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'd love to take Rolo, but she's not good with the other dogs. She's not good with the dogs at all. And that'll kick Isabel off, and then it's meant to be a less stress, you know, no stress, nice walk, picnic, and it'll end up turning into a big hoo-ha. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. I'm going to try Got peacock green here. And marine green. Try these for these trees here. So I wonder what page it's going to end up being for the, what's it called again? It's too much of a long name. Dragon is another magical mythical creatures. Why did she have to add that extra word in there? It's going to half confuse me, that. The new pop manga one, that's what I'm going to start calling it. The new pop manga one. I'll check in a minute actually. See what the votes are like. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be that number 4 one. Let's have a see. I'll look on my phone. I've just been watching, what's it called? Charlie Chaplin's Tragic Childhood in the Victoria. Anything to do with like Victorians and stuff. I've really been enjoying this morning. This one was a good one. Yeah. The psychological torture of the Victorian workhouse, secrets from the workhouse. It was really interesting, that. Really interesting. Right, so go to my channel. Yes, these are the pictures that I put on the vote. I love that one. I've got so many ideas for that one. I'm not saying my ideas. I'm not saying my ideas. The dragon, the wolf, and then that guy that reminds me of the guy out of Labyrinth. So I'm going to have to count all these. It's going to take me forever to count all these. Gina, you put, I think you should pull the number out of a hat. Exactly, I should have done that. I was stupid. Colouring me down, you've changed your name, thank the Lord. I could not say his other name. So I'm going to have to count them, and I'll just do a tick next to each one. Like that, with the dinosaur. Kirsty's pick number 1. Yeah, so we're going to have to go through them. See, my YouTube feed. Did you see that then? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. That's all I've been watching. That's all I've been watching. I forgot what else I was going to say then. So yeah, I'll start that picture this afternoon after my dinner. I'll work out which one's won. Work that out. I don't think I'm going to do it as a full colour along because I don't like doing colour alongs, especially at the moment. I might just pick a page, pick a portion of the page. It's not too bad with them ones though, because they've got an absolutely massive background area, so I could make one video the background and then one video the actual illustration itself maybe. It's not really detailed, you know, like this one that's going to take me forever and a day to finish. But we'll see. Oh, it's lovely. I didn't have a cup of tea this morning. I had a coffee from the coffee machine. This is that the PG, I always forget, it cuts me off at 20 minutes. Yeah, the PG freeze dried tea this is. It's lovely. And I've already prepped my dinner, tuna mayonnaise with a salad. Right, so I think that's meant to be a rock, I think. So if that's what I think, that's what it's going to be, a warm grey. And then we'll just darken it up as we get further down. Yeah, so Lewis did enjoy his birthday, he got some stuff for his new room. I opened a I opened a bank account for him, so he's got his own bank card now with money in. So he's been warned, even though the little terror this morning, and that's a shout at him. Lewis, what have you done for your dinner? What is it with teenage boys being lazy? I just did a cheese sandwich and I took some of my cake, like my birthday cake. We got him this coffee cake because he loves coffee. I said, right, before you walk out that door, don't lie to me, because I used all the rest of the cheese yesterday to go with tea. So why are you lying to me? What have you put in your sandwiches? I've not put anything on my sandwiches. What do you mean, Lewis? I've just took 2 pieces of bread. I nearly killed him. I nearly killed him. And I was literally just saying to the bus attendants how well behaved he is. Like, he doesn't, like typical teenagers, they might smoke or drink or go out and come home late. He's not like that at all. but it's just lazy. Alright, get a ham sandwich or a chicken sandwich. There's so much in that fridge to pick from. Get it made and get to school. If you think you're going on your Xbox tonight, you can think again. I'm sorry, Mum. And then when I went upstairs to get washed and dressed myself, lo and behold, the cold tap was there on full blast they'd left on. Soon change your tune, lad, when you're paying the bills. I didn't say that to him because he'd already gone at that point. But I'm saving that till later. I'm saving that till when he gets home. Oh, I got an email yesterday. Oh, what's it called? Let me find the picture of it. I think it's called a super thanks. No. Yeah, there it is. I got this email yesterday. Congrats, you're edible. I'm not edible, you can't eat me. Eligible for super thanks. And I thought, oh, what's that? So I looked at a video on YouTube and I've enabled it now to all my videos, and it's just like a little thing that you can let me just read this out because it's better than me explaining it. You now have access to super thanks, a new modernised, I can't read today. It's a new feature that allows fans to show their support to you. It's easy to use and you can turn it on with just one click. So it's basically, you can give tips to the channel and then your comment will either show up on a live or on a normal video, and it'll be more prominent than the rest. It's basically like super chats, that's what it is, but you can use it on normal videos. So I just thought I'd mention it now. I won't bring it up again, but I just wanted to mention it now. It was literally yesterday I got the email. Ooh, what's this? Not even realising. That doesn't look too bad, that, actually. What about the mountains? We'll do the mountains next, and I think I'll go with, oh, I'm liking these colours, a 70% French grey, and then we'll pop over the top the 90%. And we've got like a, is that meant to be, that looks like the wall from Game of Thrones. Or is it meant to be like an, no, it is, I'm sure that's what it is. It's just meant to be a mountain, isn't it? Ooh, too dark, too dark. Let's try 50%. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so I've added that to my channel as well now. I don't think there's anything else that I can, oh, Isabel got a splint, so right pain in the ass to get on. And the lovely Converse that I bought, I had to send them back. Because of the rubber at the front, I didn't even think of this. But you live and learn. She couldn't even get her toes into it, so we had to take her into town at the weekend. Get her a different pair. We just bought these Nike trainers, which the physio says they're okay. They won't fasten, but they don't need to fasten. She's just in a wheelchair. They just look a bit... The guy in Shoe was trying to sell me some Doc Martens for her, which I would have loved, but you couldn't open them properly, and I was trying to explain to him. This is all the while she's screaming her head off. It needs to, the tongue needs to open all the way so I can get the splint in. It doesn't need to be fast, blah, blah, blah. And he went, oh, what about these? And I'm going, what about this? We ended up just going into JD and we just bought the trainers, we didn't try them on her. We put the splint in the shop, and then luckily when we got home and I tried them, they were alright. Yeah, she had the biggest meltdown ever because I took her shoes off. So I won't be doing that anytime soon. There's no, like, you shout at her and she just makes it worse. You try and speak to her, we'll just be a minute, Isabel, when you get out of here, you know, you can have your snacks or whatever. No, nothing. Try and feed her food, no. Just goes absolutely everywhere. And I don't get embarrassed easy anymore. Not like people staring at me and stuff when I'm out and about. It doesn't really bother me, but that did. That really did bother me. And I could feel my face going red. And one of the other attendants in shoes, she said to me, oh, make sure you have a lovely day. And I just looked at her. Yeah. Alright, thanks, bye. Yeah, so I won't be repeating that anytime soon. Let's make it a little bit darker up here. I'm not very organised with tea tonight as well. I did make a a cheap lasagna last night. I put smoky bacon and peas and sweet corn just to make it a little bit different. So Lewis is having the leftovers tonight of that, whether he likes it or not. I think I've got a lovely ready meal from M&S that I've frozen, so I'm going to have that. And Danielle has to pick himself a pizza up because this woman can't be bothered cooking tonight. I feel like it's all I do, cook and clean, so not tonight. I'm going to add a little bit of white, which my white's right here. Oh, I got a bit of purple in. Actually, I don't look too bad with that purple mixed in. Might go over the top. Happy mistake. Yes, well, I've not been really watching anything else on TV because it's just been the Johnny Depp case. Although me and my husband did nearly start arguing last night because of it. I'm all team Johnny, and I have been from the start. Especially listening to his testimonies and the way that he speaks and stuff. You can tell like it's really, you know, from the heart. But my husband's, it takes two to tango, he's just as bad as her, he's hit her, she's done this and he's done that. And I said, you've not watched this whole trial, so you can't say that. I've been reading it in the news, the newspaper twists things, you can't just go off the newspaper. So I said to him, I'm not even going to speak to you about it. And he said probably the worst thing that he could probably say, stop being childish and just speak to me about it. Oh. I quickly changed the subject. I think he knows not to talk to me about it now. But I am team Johnny. But some of the things that she was saying, there must be some sort of, I'm not saying that it's true, but there must be something that if they did have arguments, he might have grabbed hold of her to push her off, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to add a bit of purple actually. Just a little bit. We can make it like coming from the moonlight. Oh, I missed that piece of... What colours did I use? It would not be one of my videos without me missing a piece. Pull this down and then I'll blend it out. I sent it Isabel in school yesterday and today in this cute little pinafore. I forgot to take a picture this morning. Oh, she looks adorable with these knee-high school socks on. She looks so cute. And it was quite warm yesterday as well, so I did pick the right day. I sent her with a little jacket as well though, in case I take her outside. In case it starts to get a bit chilly. Yeah, she looks so cute. The camera will wiggle a minute because I'm just using quite heavy pressure here just to blend this all out quickly. I always tend to buy these backups when I see them on offer. When they're about £6.50 I'll buy them. I think they're currently about £10, if not 12. Because I go through that many of these, I do love to have backups. I like this loads more than the Caran d'Ache one. So let's get these trees coloured. Hopefully I can find the right colour. So, is it Kelly Green? Oh no, because they're the same as them. Oh no, but there's one there. Oh, I think I've managed to match that of a fashion. And then we need to darken it up a bit. Excuse me. Oh, I had the surveyor out yesterday morning as well for our house. So everything's going as it should with the process of the house. It is just a waiting game. We went viewing the house that we're buying last Saturday again just to double check, and stupid us, we didn't even notice this. There's quite a big step up at the front door to get into the house, so we're going to have to organise a ramp to be fitted. Now that can't be that can't be fitted until we've actually moved in. So I'll probably be struggling for a week or two. I did check with the bus attendants, so when we move, would you please help me? Because I'm not going to be able to get Isabel at the front of the house. And they said, well, they would, but it's not necessarily going to be them that are with her, because once we've changed houses, we've changed bus routes, and we might not have them anymore, which I'm going to miss them. They're lovely. And they're so good with Isabel as well, and they know her weird little ways, and I trust them with her. And then we're going to have to change. The very worst case, I can go out the back door and then take her around, literally around the house. But if it's raining and stuff in the morning, it's not ideal. So we do need to get on to looking at different places. Let me show you the detail of, see what I did? So next door's dogs are coming out. So I'm going to end the video here. Oop, wrong way. So that's my whip of the week. I'm hoping that I didn't miss it last week. I can't quite remember. Why are you doing that, you stupid camera? Just stay still. So stay still. But please subscribe to my channel if you're new, and please do like the video, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.